point, I didn't come in there to have like a fighting match or argument with them. I came in to just understand the rhythm to their madness. Like, hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time stopping by, you're welcome. And if you're returning, you're the plug. So today's story time is about the time I fought at the library. Yes, I fought at the library with words, but not with my hands. Okay, so before I start my story time for today, please click on the subscribe button if you have not, and click on the bell button to be notified whenever I post, because apparently if you do not click on the bell button, you get the notification, and my notifications do not go to anyone. Like, very few people get notified when I post a video, so please let's change that. So yeah, moving on to the story. Today's story time is about the time I had a huge argument at the library and it called the security guys on us. So let me just tell you guys the backstory leading up to what happened. So what happened was, I and my roommate always study at the basement unit of our school library, and the library had rooms in it as well. So there's an option to book a room if you want, and usually during the final exam period it's usually booked off. Like, there are literally no space, so and you're only limited to book an hour 30 minutes per person. So usually what people do is, if 3 people are going to be in the room, they sign up, everybody sign in with their student email and book the room for the next hours to come. So I had booked this room. I and my roommates were on the 3rd floor and this room were at the basement. So 10 minutes to the time for us to move from 3rd floor to the basement to get our spot, I told her, oh, can I quickly go back home to eat, because I was very famished and my house was just 10 minutes away. So she's like, sure, no problem. So I left my things with her. She was just meant to take my things downstairs to the room, and that was it. Just for me to get a call when I got home saying that the people refused to leave. So I was shocked. Like, it's common knowledge, if I book the room and I walk in and say, hi, I booked the room, you gotta bounce. That's how it works. So I quickly rushed back to school just for me to meet these people. They're literally like 3, or let me say 4 to 5 guys and only 1 girl. I see my roommate standing inside the room by the side, and nobody's literally paying attention to her. They're just talking about their course, thing they have to do. One was making out. So I walked into the room. I'm like, hey guys, what's the problem? We booked this room, so you gotta bounce. Like, and we booked this room by 10 o'clock, and by 11 o'clock booking time is over till the next day by 8 a.m. And we booked this room to stay there overnight, and we had friends too that come in later on at night to come join us. So I'm like, what's the problem? This guy literally like goes on internet, pull up the room policy that states that it's meant to be a minimum of 3 people in the room. Also, you need to be present in order for them to leave. And his excuse was that although my friend came, we are meant to all be together. Like, everybody that was meant to be in the room should be at the room at the particular time and come in.
Like, 5 of us had to bash into the room and go like, hey, we booked the room, so leave.
I'm confused at this point, because I'm like, it's not possible. I've always booked this room during final exam. I've been here a couple of times. It got to a point where I even know the people that stay in other rooms like me as well. So one other room was available, and they're like, we should stop being selfish, we should stop being greedy, we should stop feeling entitled, we should just carry our ass and go to the next room, or we should sit outside and study. So at this point, I didn't come in there to have like a fighting match or argument with them. I came in to just understand the rhythm to their madness. Like, if I book the room, why are you trying to, like, if my name is clearly there, highest thing, you ask nicely, and if you say no, you bounce. So I'm like, excuse me, first of all, you were not employed by the school to implement this policy, and this policy is bullshit. Are you trying to tell me that all of you inside this room by 10 o'clock came at the same time? So by 10 because I asked them, when did you guys book this room? They said 10 a.m. So I'm then like, if you guys booked this room by 10 a.m., did all of you show up by 10 a.m.? They were like, no. Then I'm also like, the maximum time everybody's allowed to book this room is 1 hour 30 minutes. You guys have stayed from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. because other people didn't show up, and now we're trying to get this space. You're trying to while away our time to 11 p.m. and acting all rude. Like, I'm talking, the other guy is still making out with his girlfriend. They're still like doing like, oh, your lips is looking good. Nonsense. At this point, I could not just keep quiet. So I tapped him. I'm like, hey, I'm talking to you. This is my room. You guys need to leave. one of the friend is like packing his things. Like I feel because I know that guy personally, he was my instructor, my swimming instructor. So I could not get why he would want to argue with me. But you know how people would see me and feel like I'm extremely quiet, I can't stand for myself, but that is not the issue. The guy is packing his things to leave. One other guy too is packing his things to leave. The nigga that was kissing his girlfriend is like, no, no, guys, where are you guys going to? We got this. We got this. We're going to make them leave. And that was when I realized that it was a habit. Like they had done it a couple of times and now they know they could get away with. And we're all girls. So at this point, we're having a huge argument inside the room. I'm telling them it's not possible. You guys are not going to while away our time to 11 p.m. and then you guys will have the room. We were shouting, people were stamping, there were a lot of back and forth going on, and we're all inside a room, and the room is not soundproof. So people in at the library got pissed. They thought we were actually fighting, so they called security, and three security showed up. Like they came in as though they came to separate a fight. But they came in and saw us just standing and going back and forth. So they had to tell us to walk out of the library for them to discuss the situation. So we told them our part. They told us the guy said their part to the security guy. But they mixed everything, saying that only one girl showed up, that the girl could have just sat down outside, that they have schoolwork to do, that they were sick, they were selfish, or that we could have moved in, da 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 da. So when they mixed up the story, I'm just like, oh, so now this, and they also said we didn't ask nicely, we just came in and said, move, bounce. So at this point, I'm like, okay, that's not possible. So I told the security guy what happened, and I also had to let him know that I believe that they acted this way because I'm a girl, because we're all girls, and if it was a guy that came in and said bounce, they would. And at the time we're having this argument, some people from the library even joined to argue with them, because apparently it's a habit of them. Like this set of guys, they book room when they notice that oh only one person show up, they pull up the policy. But I had to let the security know that if nobody is in that building implementing it and it doesn't work this way and it's not even their time, then this should not be a criteria why I should not get this room. So we went back and forth, and at the end of the day we got the room at about 11 o'clock. That was when they were then shouting PCO, no hard feelings, PCO, and still laughing. What's funny about that, I'm a student, I have a final exam the next day, I had to study. And you made me waste all my strength to shout and go back and forth just for you to tell me PCO, no hard feelings. There's hard feelings. There are hard feelings involved. There's nothing like that. Anyways, at the end of the day, I got the room, but that was not the end of the situation. Another day we saw them again, but this time I and my friends were not just in for it. This is just a clear situation of guys trying to bully me. Not guys, but those guys. Or this is a clear situation of guys feeling that they have a way forward, or I don't know, like they have an upper hand, which is completely wrong. We should always stand up for ourselves. I know this story is, I don't know how crazy story is, not like bumping, but this story is worth it and I had to share. So anywhere you are in your life and somebody is trying to oppress you, you need to speak up and able to stand your ground. Because they made my friend feel so bad of herself that when I even walked into the show, did she at one small corner waiting for them to be done making out in my room? No, 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 no. You need to bounce. This is the end of the story. If you want to watch my other story times that are super, super late, click up to watch. And moving on from that, you guys, I'm planning on doing a date series during the summer because I'm going for more dates during the summer. And I already had date stories, but I made them private. But if you guys would love to see something like that, please comment below what you think. And yeah, don't forget to click the bell button. And this is the end of my story time today. See you guys in another episode. Bye, y'all. Bye.